Hopefully everyone on Zoom can hear me. If not, well, they'll probably say something at some point. So yes, my name is Sierra Trask. I'm a small business specialist of the Columbia Economic Team, director of Keep It Local Columbian County, and programs coordinator with the SBDC. Lots of titles, so all under the CET umbrella. There'll be a picture to show how that works here soon. We're excited to host this class. Chrissy will be our speaker today. She's the newest addition to our team. She's fabulous. Probably many of you already know her because she's been around a long time, but we're very excited that we have her on our team. And then today we're talking about Marketing 101. There's a bunch to cover, so I'm going to go kind of fast. First of all, if you're not familiar with the Columbia County Small Business Development Center, we're the ones that host this class in partnership with Wanted Credit Union. What we do is free one-on-one confidential business advising. We can give you on a business plan, marketing plan. Jason, talk about it right on the spot. Yeah. Do you want to share really quick, like what the?
Sorry, I would have been here earlier, but a Oregon State trooper got to me first. Not good for me.
I only just quickly said that we do business planning and one-on-one advising, and anything you want to add about what we do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I see a lot of familiar faces in here. I always appreciate everyone that attends these classes, but for those that aren't already taking advantage of our free offerings, as Sierra said, we offer free one-on-one confidential business advising. What that means is, if you have a business or business idea, we're not sharing that with anyone else. Whatever's discussed in our meetings stays between us unless you give us permission to reach out to others and or connect you with resources. So that's what we're here to do, is just be connectors. And through that, we're working on business plans, marketing strategies, which you're going to learn a little bit about today, and being able to connect. If there's ever access to capital, like low interest loans and some grant opportunities, and just, yeah, a little bit of everything. So if you're not already signed up with the center, make sure that you scan there and sign up and work with your advisor.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great introduction of the SBDC. We love what we do. This class is also made possible by Wanted Credit Union. So I'm going to have Megan introduce herself and talk about what Wanted does.
I keep saying good morning, but good afternoon. Like Jason said, there's so many familiar faces in the room. It's really exciting to be able to be the sponsor and be here month over month. I've gotten to know many of you and really understand your opportunities around banking. And so Wanted Credit Union's focus here is a not-for-profit organization. It's really to give back to our communities through financial education. I'm a CET board member as well, so this falls under that umbrella. And yeah, just really happy to be here. And if you have questions around any of your banking needs, I'm the subject matter, or not the subject matter, I'm connected to the subject matter expert of the individuals that really can help you with Wanted Credit Union. So I'm excited about this topic because I'm very passionate about marketing, and I know that you're going to be in great hands with Chrissy today. So yes, and don't forget to have pizza as well.
Yes, anytime you want to get up to go grab pizza, drinks, feel free to. Don't have to raise your hand in like grade school. And then a quick introduction of our team. So the Columbia Economic Team, we promote the creation, retention, growth, and attraction of business and industry here in Columbia County. Not everyone knows, but all these programs are under that Columbia Economic Team umbrella. So we do the one-on-one business advising with the SBDC. We keep a local program, promotes local commerce. We have an online directory. If your business isn't on it, you can add yourself for free. So I really encourage you to do that. It also goes into the Columbia County mobile app, which is another great asset. Grow Greater is our program that helps entrepreneurs grow and connect them to resources. And then we also have some lending opportunities there with 3% interest, which is pretty great in this economy. And then additionally, we do tourism. That's we're the destination management organization of the county, given a designation by Travel Oregon. And we just developed this brand, Your Place of Wonder Columbia County, and we're rolling it out. Before we jump in, can we do quick introductions around the room, starting here, your name, your business, and something you're hoping to learn today?
Nancy Tarnay, and I'm with Christ Episcopal Church, and we have a nature park, Blessing Woods Nature Park, that we want the public to use. Where's that? On Division Road. You know where Menard is?
That's what I do, exterior cleaning, window cleaning, pressure washing. I'm Cheryl Engstrom. I'm a watercolor artist. I teach classes, sell original art, and put my art on projects. And I'm hoping to learn how to market more, especially free marketing.
I'm Jacqueline Holmes. I'm just starting up a business doing boat washing and detailing, interior and exterior, and pipe work. And I have so much to learn about everything, so I'm definitely interested in learning about marketing.
What will your business be called?
Pure Perfect. Thank you.
I'm Cassie Assamini, I'm Development Director at Life Empowered. We're a nonprofit here in Columbia County. It supports adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And I'm all about learning whenever I can learn, especially marketing is something everybody can always learn something about.
I'm Becky Jesse. I don't have a business yet, but lots of ideas, so thought I'd get some information first. So I'm hoping to learn everything I can.
My name is Sarah Stevenson, and I'm the owner and founder of Humane Resources, and I want to create a more cohesive brand identity.
I'm Felicia Gurley. I'm a semi-licensed massage therapist, so I don't have a business yet, but kind of similar verse.
Susanna Sass with Sass at Home and Northwest Plumbing Services, and I don't know, I always like to hear new things, but also maybe like get some new ideas and work on balancing marketing for two companies that could not be more different.
That's not true. You guys sell toilets and candles.
Started as like, you know, kitchen and bathrooms, and then it did its thing.
I am Craig Grunwald with That's a Lot of Work, a creative agency, and new to the Columbia County area, looking to gain more insight on how people are marketing in the smaller communities.
I'm Heidi Bates, Skycast Northwest. So Skycast has been around a long time, but I've been doing building websites for so long. I always forget about the other basics that there is to marketing. So here to go back to the basics.
I'm Chrissy Marquardt. I'm the owner of Badass Bitch PR. Many of you probably already have heard my name. So I handle marketing. But with that being said, it's always good to attend events like this because there may be something that I haven't caught on to just yet. Because as we know, marketing is always ever evolving. So, and I'm here to support Chrissy.
I know almost everybody here. I'm Mark with SBDC, and good to have you here and good to know you all.
We already got Jason.
I will add though, those that aren't familiar with Grow Greater, I kind of wear a couple different hats. So if you're working with me already, ask me about Grow. If you're working with Mark or another advisor, ask them about Grow. So we can try to help pass on those resources.
Yes. And then our friends on Zoom, if you're willing to unmute and share what you do, we have a camera to be able to see you.
Hello, it's Angie Co-op with Texco. I am really just here to see if there's something I'm missing and of course to support Chrissy.
Hi, Angie.
Hi.
Angie, where's your new profile pic at? I'm really disappointed.
Hey, I have some better ones too. I'll mess around with it and see if I can put it on there because they're so good.
I think we have a few others. I can't quite see. Anyone else like to introduce themselves?
Yes, hello.
Awesome.
Hi, my name's Hillary Cobb, and I'm with Uplifted Studio. I do Reiki, energy healing.
Awesome. Great to have you, Hillary. Bonnie, if you're able to chime in.
Okay, there we are. I'm Bonnie Wagner. I'm a local artist illustrator. I blur the lines between fine art and illustration, and to make my products beautifully designed and elegant to use. And I'm just tapping into this because there must be something I'm missing. You know, there's always something more to learn. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. I love your work, Bonnie.
Thank you.
And then Jess.
I'm just here to support my friend Chrissy and to learn all the things. Thank you.
Great. So are we gonna have a VIP section next time?
Yeah.
And then last but not least, our friend on the iPhone 3. Might be commuting. Okay, no worries.
It might be my mom.
Okay, no worries. All right, so now we're ready to get going. Have a ton to cover. If you need some paper and pen, it'll be put to well good use. But without further ado, here's Chrissy.
Hello, hi friends, welcome. Many of you I already know, this is great. Thank you all for being here and taking time out of your rainy Thursday afternoon to spend an hour with me where I get to geek out with y'all about marketing. My name is Chrissy Marquardt. My fancy title is I am the Director of Operations and Engagement for the Columbia Economic Team. My background is I have over a decade of digital marketing. I have run my own web design agency. I've done graphic design. I've done web design, taught myself how to do web design on Google and YouTube University. I was a virtual assistant. I have run my own coaching business. And I have like run garage sales and broadcasted, and I've done a lot of marketing. I also have about 3 years of combined local community engagement experience, we'll say in Columbia County. Sorry, I was up late. And I am the former executive director of the South Columbia County Chamber of Commerce. So I'm very familiar with this building. It's kind of weird to be back here. And I've also been with the food bank doing marketing, so I have a lot of experience with like community engagement and marketing and kind of like on the ground networking and getting the word out there. So that's the lens from which I'm going to speak. Fun fact about me, I have lived in 3 different countries and I'm learning to speak multiple languages. So I lived in Spain for 6 months when I was a junior in college, so hablo español, más o menos un poquito, por más. I'm also going to Japan in September, so I'm learning Japanese, and so konnichiwa, hello, nice to meet you all. And I am also learning German. Sprechen Sie ein bisschen de Deutsch? Did I get that right? Yeah. So I'm a dual linguist, and so I'm on Duolingo every day learning languages, and so that's a little fun fact about me. Next slide. Okay, so today's agenda, highly likely that we're probably not gonna get through everything today, but whatever we don't get through, you will all be getting the slide deck and you can get all of the information. But really what I wanna spend most of our time talking on, we're kind of going back to basics, is understanding your business and your target market, and then building your elevator pitch around that. I do have information on community-based strategies and digital marketing strategies, but really if you don't know this, then this becomes a lot more challenging, and then also promoting your business becomes a lot more challenging. So we're gonna kind of like layer up. So let's start with understanding your business and your target market. Next slide. Okay, how did you all hear about this class, and why did you attend? I want a couple people to kind of put their hands up and let me know, shout out, Zoom. Yep. Facebook. Facebook. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, I know. Sierra and I like to hear that, thank you. Okay, anybody, yeah, yes.
Well, we're BFFs, but
Well,
I heard about this class on Facebook.
Yeah, that's true, yes.
I just met with Mark this morning and he told me about the class, and so I stuck around and decided to come on over.
Well,
Thank you,
somebody
Mark.
actually listened to me.
I love it, okay. So Facebook, BFF, of course, word of mouth. I know one of my other BFFs is on the line, so that's how she heard about it, also Facebook. Anybody else heard about it in any other way?
I got an email invitation when I signed up at the SBDC.
Okay, wonderful, okay, Facebook, yes, sir.
I planned it.
No, it does. If you didn't plan it, then I wouldn't be here. So thank you for trusting in my expertise. Okay, so
Andrew said
Macy's signing up when I
Well, what I will add though is, but I joke about planning this, Sierra and I sitting down, coming up with the schedule, but this was based on feedback that we received in the business community. So if you ever have class ideas, make sure.
Yes, send them on to us, okay. So most of you, I started Facebook, word of mouth, email marketing, connecting with one of our other departments, again, thank you for that. And I know a lot of you are here to support me, which I am so grateful, thank you for that. And also, in addition to that, why did you attend this class? What are you hoping to get out of the class? I know some of you mentioned like learning something new, but I'd love to hear a couple more people mention that, or why they wanted to attend this class. What do you think that you get to learn that you may not already know about marketing?
Well, it's gonna be, it's gonna be really unique being here in Columbia County, because I'm new too. It's a smaller community.
Yes,
So
awesome.
it's a whole different.
It is. I'm so happy you mentioned that because yes, Becky.
I was just thinking, it can feel sometimes difficult to like sell, or like put yourself out there, market, you know, a product or something without feeling like I'm better than you, or, you know, or better than, and so kind of just getting familiar with the idea of like marketing.
You're in the right place.
And kind of bouncing off like what she said.
Yeah.
A lot of any like marketing coursework or whatever you might find online is always geared towards big cities, bigger reach and not small rural areas. So I feel like all of us like working together.
Thank you. Thank you. Great feedback. That's really helpful because, real quick, we all know this, but I'm gonna get into more of what we all said. Why is marketing important? So we know you're open for business, and I'm gonna harp on this. I'm gonna get on my soapbox here for a little bit. So one of the things that I do with the Columbia Economic Team is I support Sierra and Jason with Keep It Local and SBDC social media marketing. And I cannot tell you how much it drives me nuts when I go to market a business and I don't see anything on their Facebook page. They haven't updated their business in 6 months. Their information that's on Facebook is not the same on their website or Google My Business. And I'm like, are y'all open for business? Like, what is happening? Like, I want to support you. Like, let's go. So marketing on some type of level of consistency lets us know that you're open for business, which is important if you're open for business because that way you can get customers and like grow your database and also be aware of like what you are, brand awareness and visibility. We're gonna talk about some visibility techniques if we can get to it, but just brand awareness, building trust and community connection. That's something that's really, really, really important in Columbia County. If you are growing a business and you don't have trust and community connection, you don't have a business in this county. And of course, profitability. We all like money. And this economy with these prices, we need money. So next slide. Okay. Understand your business. This is kind of going back to basics, but I feel like this is really important because a lot of people, if you know how to talk about your business effectively in marketing, that marketing becomes, if you know how to talk about your business, like what you do, your value proposition, who you serve, what your values are, marketing becomes easy. And a lot of people don't really know how to talk about their business, kind of with a foundation. So we're gonna go on a journey to talk about the who. Who are you talking to? Not everybody is your customer, even though we think that is the case, not everybody is your customer. So really thinking about who is your ideal customer? Is your ideal customer millennial, working mom? Are they a Gen Z? Or are they Gen Alpha? Are they men? Are they working class parents? Like who is your ideal customer? And what problem does your business solve? I think that's a really important one too, because that will help to differentiate you from everybody else. You know, Becky, you were talking about like, kind of like not knowing how to put yourself out there. If you can clearly define what problem your customer has and explain it to them better than they can, that's money. And then how do you solve their problem? What is your solution? And so this is really getting into like, what type of services are you providing? And so I know we have a couple of, so I'm just gonna kind of call on Angie for a second because I know them. So Angie does carpet cleaning, Victoria does window cleaning. So you both offer service of like making your homes like nice and comfortable, but you do it through window cleaning. Angie does it through carpet cleaning and other services as well too. So differentiating, oh, I make your home look nice. Great, how do you do that? That's right, and being able to articulate that in a way that makes sense. How do you provide a solution? And then what is it that makes you different than your competitors? What makes you unique? We're gonna get a lot more into detail about that, about like your unique value proposition, your values, your differentiators, and then the benefit or the outcome that your customers get. If you can clearly articulate this when you meet someone and you're talking about your business, then marketing becomes more of a natural conversation as opposed to this thing that you're just like, oh God, I'm talking about my business, and oh my God, I'm freaking out. So that's what we're gonna kind of walk through today. Okay, next slide. Okay, who is your ideal customer? So more often than not, everyone always talks about your demographics, like, and this is important to know, like, what is the age of your ideal customer? So in the class in Vernonia, one of the women in the group, she does custom woodworking. When you hear the word custom, what comes to mind? Like in terms of like price points? Yeah, right, so a higher end price point. Yeah, so custom, artisan, so I'm thinking like a higher price point. And so the ideal person that would buy artisan products or our custom woodworking products is gonna be someone that maybe has a little bit of a higher disposable income. Or maybe they're a homeowner as opposed to like living in an apartment or like renting or something like that. So that is important to know. What is their education? Do they have a college education? Or do they have a high school diploma? I mean, not that like matches in the broad context, but that's like good to know. But really their age, their income bracket, their family status. Is your product or service catering to families, or is it catering to someone that has a different lifestyle? Is it for people who are like dog parents or people that are dog parents that are parents? And so thinking about that. Psychographics, this is not talked about enough, and it is really important. What are the values of the person that you're catering to? What are their priorities? What are their interests? What are their lifestyles? Going back to the person that was in Vernonia this morning, so she has a custom woodworking business, and so I told her, think about your ideal person. If they're your custom or artisan, and she also sells like gardening caddies, I'm like, are you talking to the newbie gardener that's just gonna go buy a bunch of stuff at Walmart for their garden? Or are you talking to the seasoned gardeners who, when they get up and they put their hands in the dirt and they put their feet in the dirt and they feel the sunshine on their faces? Those people are probably gonna spend a little bit more money on their gardening tools because they've been doing it for a while. It's a part of who they are, their values, their lifestyle. Maybe they have a value of like growing like home-based organic food. So like really being able to articulate, this is what my customer or client values, this is what they don't value. What's a value that's really popular in Columbia County? Pop quiz.
Is it family?
Family, that's one. Anyone can think of anything?
Concerned citizens.
I was just about to say, you're not wrong. You should, because you're not wrong. There should be a value, that is.
The fact that I was pretty good too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we give a discount to veteran businesses?
Okay, so veteran, yeah, that's absolutely, so supporting military, yeah, absolutely, we've got two veterans that I know of in the room, and another one, okay. The word I was thinking about is community. We are a very community-based driven county, and any business that I see in this county that has a lot of success and visibility, they bake that into their organization, their business. So I would say that's definitely a community value as well as at the individual level. So thinking about demographics, psychographics, behavior, shopping habits, how do they make decisions? And I'm gonna give another example. A good friend of mine, she owns a local tea company called Mill Organic Tea. And she is the one that, she sells her tea at Saturday Market, but she is the one that will go buy a skirt for $200 that was made by like a basket weaver, like in some rural place that has a story baked into it. She's not gonna go buy a $10 skirt at Walmart, even though that's way cheaper. But so for her, environmental impact is important to her, like something that is made locally, something that is handmade, that is important to her. With her business, she sources her ingredients from like specific areas, like her ingredients are like organic ingredients. She's not gonna buy something that's in bulk, like she will spend the extra money to get her tea and get the spice and the ingredients packaged in a way so that she can sell. So for her, locally sourced goods, environmental impacts, organically raised goods, that is something that's important to her, and those are the customers that she caters to in her business. So that tells me if you're buying something, that's how I know that you're gonna buy her tea versus like pistache tea or Fred Meyer. We have a case study built in, so I can kind of elaborate on this a little bit more, and specifically for rural, the distance that people are willing to travel. If you have a business in Vernonia, can you get people from St. Helens to go to Vernonia? No, it's hard. I was asking how I was there this morning. There was only 3 people, but because our county, geographically, we're pretty big, but we only have about 53,000 people, 54 according to the census, is that kind of right? So we're kind of spread out, and so that is something to take into consideration as you're building out your product as a way to differentiate yourself. So that's a little bit more about your ideal customer. So go to the next slide.
Another key fact about
Oh,
Columbia
yes.
County is that 73% of people that live here work outside the county.
Yes.
That's about 18,000 people leave every day. We keep about 6,000 people in the county for work. So I think, especially if you have like a physical product, like consider that. And also it's an opportunity to solve some convenience issues or things like that. So, but it's important to know specifically about our community.
Okay. This is something I learned in one of my marketing classes. What is keeping your customers and client up at night? What are they Googling? What are they searching on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or anything like that? So thinking about what's keeping them up at night. Is it something where they have to deal with an inconvenience? Is it something where they're struggling with like money? Is it something where they're like, I need a specific thing and I can't find it and I have to go elsewhere? If you can understand your customers' problems better than they can express them, your marketing will almost feel like mind reading. And so earlier when people were saying, yeah, I want to learn about small town marketing, rural marketing, I'm just like, oh my God, yes, they're in the right place. So something to think about, thinking about what is keeping your customers and client up at night, and then how can you explain that?
Your mom's here now.
Like, no, I need to link again.
Which that brings us into the next slide, which is, what problem are you solving? So when we talk about marketing and what's the problem that I'm solving, that can be broken out into time. How are you saving me time? Going back to what Sierra said about 18,000 people leaving the county every day to go into work, those are dollars leaving the county going to other retail businesses in Portland, Hillsborough, Beaverton, Longview. So can you create a service that will save me from having to drive out of the area and save me money on gas? How can you save me money? Can you offer a specialized service that is not offered anywhere else in the county? I feel like we have a lot of opportunity in Columbia County to offer like custom services that are specialized, especially because of the high commute rate. And then also connections. And again, this is specific to small town and Columbia County. Connections are really the backbone of this community. And so if your business or product or service can solve a problem where you get to make connections with other people or the businesses or other organizations, that's definitely a bonus. This is just an example of some, but when it comes to it, time, money, specifically for Columbia County, expertise, and then local connections. Okay, next slide. This is, I'm not gonna go through every single thing, but this is really more getting into the how of your business. Can you clearly explain what service you actually provide? If you provide window cleaning, do you provide window cleaning for commercial residents or for local or for homeowners specifically? Do you have tiered pricing in your service to accommodate different budgets? Do you have a price point for like the Louis Vuitton Dom Perignon champagne, or do you have a price point for the McDonald's and the beer? Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with either one, but you gotta know which one you're at. You have to know your market as well too. And so depending on what it is that you're offering, the Dom Perignon, like, you know, Louis Vuitton $1 million product may not necessarily work well out here because we're a rural county, we have a lower demographic income. So you want to think about that as you're marketing your product or service. And do you offer specialized options? And can you bundle something? Accessibility, this is so important. Do you have multiple ways in which your customers can access your product or services? So I'm going to give an example. So there is a local organization in St. Helens, I won't say their name. They do tumbling, and they also offer, sometimes they book their space for parties and stuff. But if I wanted to book a spot with them for my child for their birthday, I have to message them on Facebook and talk to them, confirm them. They send, okay, this much money, there's no calendar invite, there's no online booking system, and I gotta pay them in cash, which that's a whole other conversation. But, you know, there's so many barriers for me to be able to give them my money. Make it easy for people to pay you. Don't make it hard, don't make it complicated. Like, have a simple way. So as opposed to like, okay, let me go onto your website, let me click book a reservation, book the room, fill out the form, give them my phone number, pop in my credit card, get a calendar invite, put it on the calendar. You remove the barriers to entry. So think about accessibility as you set up your product or service. Like, how can people access your service? Do you have flexibility that may accommodate different lifestyles? And then how are you catering your offerings or services to individual people? Can you create personalization options? Because one size does not fit all, and people might need different things depending on what their needs are. So just some things to think about as you're building out your service for your business or your product or your service. And then kind of the how, going back to what I said, removing barriers, making it easy, making it efficient, offering things like, if you do this, if you offer service flexible scheduling, thinking about like digital versus physical, so I'm gonna pick on SAS at home. You have an no, in a good way, in a good way.
No way.
I'm talking this morning, I just stopped by the Tuesday to get my care and lotion, and I have a whole story about that. But you have a physical store, but you also offer online shopping. And so that way you can reach everyone in the county and everyone outside of the county. So that's a really great way to like make it efficient, but also removing barriers to entry to be able to make it so that people can pay you easily. And we can pay for things online and have it shipped to our house or for local pickup, right?
You do local pickup and shipping, yeah.
Perfect, love it, thank you. And then think about as you're going through building out your services, how can you make the experience more pleasant for your customers? Think about that, and think about how you can remove the frustration and the inequities in in the industry and make the experience a little bit more pleasant for your customers. So these are just things to think about as you're building out the how and the problem solving behind your business.
Could you talk also a little bit about the customer journey?
Yes. So what specifically about the customer journey? So help me out here. From awareness to loyalty.
Where does the customer journey start?
Oh, so let's say you have a restaurant. Does the customer journey start when you walk in the door of the restaurant? No. Sarah, where does it start?
Maybe on Yelp, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. The customer journey starts if I hear that you have a restaurant, I'm gonna go to Google and find you. And if I can't find you on Google, I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad, and I'm gonna have questions and a rant about why do you have a website as a former web design builder that drives me nuts. But yeah, it starts on Google. So make your business accessible and easy to find. Even if something simple like Google My Business, like that is a free marketing tool that not enough people take advantage of. But it starts at Google, going online, seeing the menu, seeing what they have, seeing pictures of the menu. Oh, do they offer online ordering? Great, as the kids say, bet they offer online ordering. Yeah, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, I don't know. Anyway, do they offer online ordering? Can I pick up or do they deliver? Do they offer DoorDash? Yes, wonderful. So obviously, as you can tell from me, I value convenience, and I will spend a little bit more money so that I can save me some time. So if you offer DoorDash, I am here for it, because I got 3 kids and a full-time job, like I am busy. So that is a value proposition. So for organizations or restaurants that do offer DoorDash, thank you Oriental Cafe, that is a great option. And yes, it does cost a little more money, but it just, that is something that is important to me, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that here. Next slide.
Perfect. One other point on that too is
Yes.
your clients and those that know you, and like basically your ambassador, maybe you don't specifically give that title, but like, are they being consistent in what you represent? And so that's another place, especially in rural communities, we do a lot of word of mouth. And so it's important to also think about, that's another entry point into your business, and how's that looking and being
Absolutely. And I have a good story about that too. Okay, so values. I love values. I could talk about values all day, every day, but we don't have time for that. But values, and why do they matter? Values are our deeply rooted internal belief system. They are the lens through which we see the world. They inform our actions, our behaviors, and our life decisions, and are the unconscious decision-making system running in the background. Why does this matter? Next slide, please. And so values help to create an emotional connection beyond a transactional relationship. And customers will gravitate towards businesses that align with their personal beliefs and their values. They are the foundation for everything in your business, how you market, how you sell, how you attract clients, how you work with vendors and other community stakeholders. And they are, if you run your business from a values basis, it's difficult for competitors to authentically replicate it. I want to pause here for a second. Is there anyone here that has a business that they absolutely love and will talk about all day long, every day, and they've referred people to like multiple times? Anyone? Yes.
Watson Motorsports.
What was that?
Watson Motorsports.
Okay, tell us why.
When Zach started fixing cars, he made his money through racing, so he's not out there just trying to make a quick buck, you know, so he does like good prices. He started out at his home, so he's doing it just to help people, you know, fill his time. If somebody's stuck on the right side of the road, he'll stop and help them, get them up and going. Yeah, and even today, somebody needed help with something, and I saw Zach was like, give us a call, we're not doing anything, we'll be right there. And it wasn't like a normal, like, you know, oh, I need my car fixed, normal, like, I'm stuck, I need this, like, right now, and
Yeah.
Zach's like, right there.
Awesome.
So,
So you were a brand ambassador for that business?
yeah, so when they, went to, an actual like brick and mortar building on Highway 30, they weren't getting a lot of business, even being right on the highway. So he did a thing with Google, if you gave a review, like if you've been there, then you get like a coupon or something off on the price. And so now if you go and read through all those people reviews, you'll hear all the stories of how Zach saved the day or saved the car or something. But, you know, he's not working this week, he just had a new baby.
Thank you for sharing that. That right there, that is word of mouth marketing. That is telling us what his unique value proposition is. That is you being a brand ambassador for his company.
That's what I do for my clients.
Well, I mean, but you nailed it. And so I would say that probably for Zach, community and giving back would be a value of his. And what you shared is an example of him living that value out loud. And that is what would make his business different and probably why someone would go to him versus a competitor. So thank you. That's a great example. Anybody else have a brand that they love or business that they love? Yes.
It's just right over there, but Bertucci's, I love Bertucci's.
Yes, we love. Okay, tell us why you love Bertucci's and what makes them different to you.
Well, I think they're welcoming and their food is good, their prices are good, it's a cute gift shop. They have the best cards. And I kind of feel like it's like a community hub. You can go in there by yourself and sit at a shared table and everybody's smiling, everybody's good.
Awesome, thank you. Would you say that Bertucci's maybe has a value of hospitality? 100%, thank you. Anybody else? I saw, yes. Beyond the forest, okay. Yes.
That's actually why I'm here, is Haley.
Thank you, Haley. Love her. Okay, Cassie, tell us about what do you love about Beyond the Forest?
They are the best people. Michael and Haley have the biggest hearts for people and for our community. And then they've got great coffee and they're ever expanding the services that they have. So there's, you know, the catering, the coffee, the flowers, and now she's doing classes in her, you know, space.
Yes,
and
sure,
just
like teaching there on
yes.
Saturday.
I've been to Cheryl's class.
Yes.
But yeah, there's always adding new things in and just, it's comfortable and it's very welcoming, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they're just, like I said, they're both amazing people.
Awesome. So I've heard comfortable, welcoming, big hearts, giving back, ever expanding. So those are values, unique selling propositions. And so thank you all for sharing. And so what we're doing here is define, okay, why would I go to this business and versus that, like that business, but also what is that business doing that reflects my internal belief system? And those are the things that make the emotional connection. It's not, you're not just going in for coffee, you're going in to connect, you're going in to feel comfortable, you're going in to, you know, meet with local community stakeholders, and, you know, you're going, and it's that, when you can get that, then that makes it difficult for people to replicate that in a way that is authentic. And so then that makes it easier for people to talk about you, be a brand ambassador for you, but also for you to be a brand ambassador for your business. And so, next slide.
We have about 2 minutes, just like.
Okay, thank you. You're gonna have to keep me on task because I'll just keep talking. Okay, how do we define our core values? I kind of like a little bit of teaser, like asking you all, but these are some questions that you can think about. Besides making a profit, why are you in business? And we talk about this, like, where do you love to shop locally or elsewhere? Why? And also it's important to know, where do you not shop locally or elsewhere and why? There may be a values misalignment there. What beliefs do you hold near and dear to your heart? What principles do you refuse to compromise on, even for financial gain? And then what do you want other people to say about your business when you're not in the room? We just had 3 examples of people talking about business, they're not even in the room and y'all are singing their praises like that. That's pretty powerful right there. Anyone here that started a business besides profit? Why did you start your business? Anyone care to share? Cheryl?
To share joy and happiness and like creativity. There's things missing sometimes.
Yeah.
Mine's not a necessary business, but people are looking for connection, pure joy and being around other good people.
I'm biased because you're my friend, but I would very much argue that this is a necessary.
I mean, it's not likely right now.
Yeah, it isn't, right, we're trying to find joy in
Joy.
the dumpster fire that is this world, and so, yes, that is joy, absolutely. Okay, so for you, joy is a value.
Connection.
So, joy and connection, so even though, can you see the difference between saying, oh, I'm an artist, so that I use my artwork to bring joy and connection to people, like that's deep, and so that's a really important differentiator. Thank you for that, but just some questions that you can think about, and everyone's, oh, yes.
Jess also said Elaine Speed has a business of heart, compassion, connection, and resourcefulness. I love going there, chatting with Tim up and his resource Pets and Paws for us so that we can have a one-stop shop.
Awesome, perfect, and great example. Thanks, Jess. Next slide, please. Awesome. Okay, so just kind of, oh, next one. Oh, that one. No, you're good. Next one. Okay, so just kind of getting a little bit more specific around the unique selling proposition, USP's unique selling proposition or position. So when you think about building that out, what are you specializing in? So Cheryl, do you just do watercolor art? Is that your specialty? Yeah. Okay, so you're an artist and you specialize in watercolor. So that's your specialty. That's your niche. Service level, how can you provide exceptional service? Again, convenience, accessibility, those should probably be values depending on how you want to set your business up. Local impact, how does your business strengthen the local community? How are you addressing a unserved need in your area? Values-based proposition, USPs, community commitment, family focus, environmental stewardship, craftsmanship and quality, authenticity and transparency. These are some of several examples that you can use when you're building out your value proposition about like, okay, what is important to me? So again, I'm gonna go back to my friend Kimberly. So 5% of her profits goes to Kiva, which is a crowdfunding for like entrepreneurs. And so giving back is something that is important to her. She also has built her business around her family. They've got 2 kids. And so she created a business that allowed her flexibility so they can go like hiking and do all these adventures. So their business works around their life and not the other way around. So that's just kind of like, I like to give like real life examples of like how you can see these like being lived out loud. Next slide, please. Yes. Unique selling proposition. So I mentioned that, I should have like put it like on this slide. And so yeah, unique. So basically you're a differentiator. What is it? If we go back to the journey of the what, the how, the why, what is it that makes you different? Yeah, the next slide, please. Okay, and then the last part of this is that what is the result of the outcome that we're looking for? What is the transformation that you're delivering to your customer, and what's in it for me? So if I'm the customer that's receiving the service, like what do I get out of it? Are you saving me time? Are you saving me money? Are you giving me peace of mind? Are you helping me to learn something new? Are you helping me to level up? Like how are you helping me to make my life better? And I want to just talk about this for a second. People buy outcomes and not features. And so, for example, Felicia, can I pick on you for a second? Yeah. Okay. So Felicia is a licensed massage therapist. That's great. That's important that you have your license, you know, for liability purposes. But I want to know when I'm done with the massage from you, how am I going to feel at the end of it? What am I taking away from it? Don't worry, I got you. I have an example. But yeah, thinking about like, how is it that you want people to feel at the end of the massage? And what is it that you want them to walk away from? So that way they'll come back to you and give you repeat business and then also refer people to you. And so thinking about that. And I also, like another thing with features. So for example, I ran a web design agency for a few years. And it took me a while to realize that people didn't care about the services, or the website, they cared about the outcome. How is this website going to help me to market my business better? How is this website going to help me to increase my revenue streams by making it easy for people to access my products and services? And how will this help to save me time by being able to market it, my business in such a way where it makes it accessible? So people care about the outcome, not the 5 pages of the website or like this widget or that. They want to know, okay, great, how is it going to help me to improve my business in some way, shape, or form, or make me more visible in my business? And because the results are what people remember and share. It's not the features, what people like, this is the, so everyone here talked about, this is how I felt when I went to Beyond the Forest, or this is how I felt, was it Watson's photo? Okay, so this is, so you're talking to an emotion. You didn't tell me anything about the mechanics of what, you didn't talk about that at all. You told me about, this is what he's doing, this is how he made me feel, this is what he's doing for other people. So you didn't talk about the features of his video. You didn't tell me about, oh, they have really good coffee, but you didn't get into like, oh, they have a really good like roast or this and that, which is important, but you talk more about the impact rather than the features. So that's really what I talk about, what I mean when I'm talking about the results or the outcome. So again, just to kind of wrap this part of it. So before, what is the frustration or the inefficiency that my clients are feeling, or my product, or my customers are feeling? Opportunity, pain points, and then how am I giving them relief afterwards? And how am I relieving their pain points? And am I helping them to achieve something? Is there a new possibility that is being unlocked in terms of like their mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, social, or environmental well-being? And then also that leads into word of mouth marketing. Okay, so we kind of already talked about this, but this is Selena from Columbia Bakehouse. I forgot to give credit to the individual, but Columbia Bakehouse is fabulous. And so when was the last time you recommended a product or service to a friend, and why? Yes.
We do it all the time in our line of work because we only clean, and the biggest need is people need things fixed around their house.
Yeah.
My husband doesn't know much on that, and we have a really good handyman who is always in good communication. He's pretty prompt on time. He always uses really good products and stuff like that, so you can always count on him, so we're always referring him.
Awesome, and I love, thank you for volunteering, and I love that, and I want to speak to that for just a second. That is a great example of like building a referral network and what collaborative marketing, because if you own a window cleaning service, there are plenty of businesses that are complementary to what you do. You know, carpet cleaning, fixing houses, maybe inspecting, maybe cleaning houses, things of that nature. So if you can think of complementary businesses that do similar to what you do in terms of like maybe offering the same value proposition, but it's like manifested differently, that's a great way of like word of mouth marketing, but also referring. And so you said that he's handy, he's reliable. What else did you say about him?
Communication is good.
Communication.
Always uses good products. He doesn't cheat people out.
Awesome, perfect, thank you. Any other examples that we can think of?
This place.
Oh,
right?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
I recommend that to everybody. I mean, from the moment you enter the door, you feel welcomed.
Yes.
Selena starts talking, you're just like you're in her home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Mark.
I was in that.
You are. You're right there, see? Your hand's right there. So I tried to shrink it, but I figured it was important to feature the business owner. But you're right there.
And I just go why.
Yes, Mark.
I think something that Cody and Victoria do really well, and I know Matt and Angie do this, and other businesses, when they your post for Plymouth Pub, right? Like you put out lights for them and everything, and so they're on social media. Yeah, they did a job for a client, but they're also showcasing the business.
Absolutely, I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that cross pollination.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that is something that I said this before, like that, I've used your guys' pictures in a couple of our other presentations, and so that's why I mean, free marketing, but yes, you do a really good job of cross pollination marketing, which is, that can also lead into this question as well too, and so absolutely. Selena I've never met her, but we've had a couple of events where we have had food from Columbia Bakehouse, and I've always taken it home when it disappears. I have 3 boys and a husband, so 4 boys, and so I can definitely speak to Columbia Bakehouse, so that's, yes.
She has a huge variety in there too.
Yes.
Saturday she does garlic and white cheddar loaves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? Okay, next slide. Okay, so to kind of tie a bow on this, so case study. So we've been talking about like, who's your customer? What problem do you solve? How do you solve it? What's your unique value proposition? What's the result that you want to take? So I want to do a little side by side. So who here drinks Dutch Brothers? Okay.
Don't tell anyone. I have to pay her daughter with a sticker.
Okay, so I'm sorry, who does Dutch Brothers? Okay, so
Occasionally.
Okay, Jackson, can you tell me why do you love going to Dutch Brothers?
Usually I go there because of convenience.
Okay. That's important to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so convenience. Okay, any other reasons for anybody else that goes to Dutch Brothers?
If I'm having a bad day, like, I don't have to think about anything because they do all the shopping for me.
Yep. And I'm so glad that you brought that because that goes to, so I went on their website a little bit digging, their value proposition, every visit to Dutch Brothers should feel like a celebration. And would you say that's true? Would we say that's true for those? Yeah, 100%. And so, yeah, if I'm kind of like low energy, I don't go there very often, but if I do, they're like, hey, how's it going, man? And I'm just like, wow, okay, y'all have high energy. And so, yeah, no, absolutely. So, and that's part of like their unique selling proposition is part of how they make their values into their business. Like, I mean, they have their high energy, creating a celebratory experience. Even it's not just coffee, it's a celebration. So that's kind of an example there. Next slide. So I went on their website and I pulled a few of their beliefs and their values. So they also believe in giving back. When I worked at the food bank, and Megan can attest to this as well too, they did Dutch Love. And so was it like a Valentine's Day thing that they did?
Always, yeah.
But yeah.
Like a buck for each.
Yeah, a dollar,
Yes.
a dollar for each coffee went back to the local food bank. So they're big believers in giving back. And I think they just did something at the Hunger Run recently as well too. They believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion, and so they strive to ensure that everyone feels welcome, loved, and honored. They believe in sustainability, so they have kind of their core beliefs there. So that tells us a little bit more about the company. And I would definitely say that in Columbia County, they are very good about giving back and living those values out. When I say living your values out loud, I mean, do your actions align with what you say you value? If you say that you give back, or that community, or giving back is important, how are you actually doing that in the community? So they do that through Dutch Love and through several other things in the community, not just in Columbia County, because I think they're a national company now. So that's kind of an example there. Dutch Brothers, and they sell coffee, but they do something a little bit different versus, next slide please, Cathedral. I'm a Cathedral brand ambassador. I love Cathedral, yeah. I love Cathedral. When they opened their doors in May of 2017, I was the first one in there, and I'm like, thank you. Thank you for being here, because for me, I was like going to Starbucks in St. Helens, but there really wasn't that connection where Cathedral opened their doors. I have made friends here. I have met clients here. I can't, to the point where I cannot go to Cathedral and work, because if I go 99% of the time, I'm gonna run into somebody that I know. And yeah, I'm sure you have the same problem as well too. Yeah. Because I run into you, I'm like, hey, Jason. So Cathedral also sells coffee, but they do it a little bit differently. And so they also focus on relationships, but for them, they're on their website, we exist to cultivate meaningful relationships through extraordinary hospitality. And I absolutely love that, and I would say that is absolutely true. Like Josh, love me some Cathedral. Josh is the main barista, he knows my drink. I know his wife Anna, they have a baby named Jude, and they got number 2 on the way. They know that I like a vanilla almond chai tea latte. That is my go-to drink. Whenever I say I want something else, they're like, oh, you're mixing it up. And I just love that. So yes, Cathedral, I'm a huge brand ambassador. Whenever I meet somebody who's in Scappoose and they say they have a van, I'm like, I'm shook. What do you mean you have a van? What is happening here? And so going a little bit deeper into their, go to the next page, yeah. So this was on their website, and I absolutely love this. This is one of their values of connection. And I would just take a moment to read that, because I'm like, that's awesome. So I'm gonna take a picture if you can. Yeah. Thoughts, comments, feedback.
Steve, you know exactly where they stand.
100%. And as someone who's been going there since 2017, I would 100% agree with that. The owner, Austin, I know him, his wife, Tori, his son, Noah, plays soccer with Mike. So there's small town community connections, but no, they are, and every time I've talked to him, it's been nothing but like warmth, joy, hospitality, 100%. So yes.
Can I make a comment there?
Yes.
So before I moved to Columbia County in 2015, I lived in St. John's. And I lived in St. John's for 10 years. And that's where Cathedral started.
Yes.
And that's where I met Austin. for the first time.
Yeah,
And then I moved out to Columbia County and I'm so happy that they opened it.
yeah, because they live over here too, right?
They do.
Yeah.
But it's a different feel in St. John's. It's still, it resembles this, but I feel like they adapted to their community really well.
Yes.
And so that's always something to consider. Like, if you have a market in one place, it may not be the same in the other, but you can still have that shared connection.
And I would say that cathedrals solve a need for a gathering place, for connection and scaffolds. Because I remember before, there was like Bird's Kitchen across the way from where Cathedral is now, but they were only open for breakfast. But cathedrals solve the need for a place for people to gather, whether it's going for an early morning run or dropping your kids off at school and getting a cup of coffee or breakfast because you didn't have time to eat before you dropped the little minions off at school. Or to meet a friend or a client, or just to make a local connection. I have made so many friends at Cathedral and met so many local connections there. And I think they really solved the problem of having a place to gather to further foster the value of connection and community that is so critical in Columbia County. And so that's kind of an example of like, you can serve coffee, but you want to serve coffee from a place of celebration, or do you want to serve coffee with the value of hospitality? So that's kind of like a practical example of making your business unique. And okay, I know we're at time. Okay, let's tie it all together. Okay, 30-second elevator pitch. Okay, so if you know who you help with and who is your ideal customer, if you can articulate what problem you solve, what are they struggling with, what is keeping them up at night, if you can explain how you solve it by your unique service, and you can articulate why you're different through your values or your USP, and you can explain the results so that they can have a specific outcome. You can take you can take that and create a 30-second elevator pitch, which you can talk about, you can blast it on social media, put it on your website, put it in everything, infuse that into your business when you meet people, so that way people begin to understand what it is that you do with consistency and visibility and all of that good stuff. A couple more slides, then we gotta wrap it up here. Okay, examples. A local bakery. These are not specific to any business in Columbia County. I just made this up because it was fun. Thank you, Annie. I help busy families in Columbia County who want homemade quality without the time investment by creating artisanal baked goods using locally sourced ingredients that support our farming community so they can enjoy special moments together without the stress of preparation. So, yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, local boutique. I help women in our community who are tired of impersonal shopping experiences by curating affordable, unique clothing and accessories with personalized styling assistance, featuring items from local artisans you won't find in chain stores, so they can express their individual style while supporting our local economy. Amazing. Last one. See, I got you, Kalisha. Directed to busy working mothers at their home or offices, eliminating the need to schedule around another appointment across town. My mobile service makes self-care possible for women who deserve relaxation, but struggle to find time for themselves between work and family demands. Sign me up. Yes, please. Okay, just some pro tips. Oh, hang on. So when you're talking about your business, don't use conversational, or don't use industry jargon. Nobody wants to hear about that. Practice. Talking, can we just acknowledge that talking about yourself and your business is hard? It's hard. And I hope that these tips kind of help you to build out that foundation, but practice, grab a best to go tease it. Okay, I'm a practice, you're a practice, and we're gonna practice with each other. And then once you refine it, own it, broadcast it everywhere. Okay, next slide. Okay, here's Sierra. So you should be the loudest and proudest brand ambassador of your business and be talking about it and promoting it as often as you can. And then the last slide after that, when you truly, there you are. When you truly understand your business and your customer's journey, marketing stops becoming a complication and starts becoming a conversation. And with that, I will end our class today.
Mark, I got cut out of that photo.
You got
something against us.
I know. There's a theme of
I figured it when she got in.
Photo if possible.
Yes.
social.
Absolutely, that's for marketing, yes.
For marketing.
For marketing, absolutely.
Coming in.
Right, couple more. Got
Go ahead,
So, last few things really quick is that our next class is, we're going through a marketing series right now, so this is the first one of the marketing series. We're gonna now dive into social media marketing 101, April 17th. The closest option will be 12 to 1 p.m. in Scappoose, over at the PCC OMIC. Chrissy will be leading that one. I'll be the class connect one in the morning. She'll also be in the Bernonio option in the morning. Additionally, May, really excited, in fact, Victoria and also Texaco Cleaning is gonna join us. We're doing a panel to hear from business owners, like what actually has worked for you guys, in marketing, so that'll be a great way to celebrate Small Business Month. June's class is gonna be on the topic of website and SEO, that will also include a panel. And then, July, we're going into advanced social media marketing, so this one will be covering the basics, and then we're gonna get deeper into it in July. And then also mark your calendars, May 3rd, to celebrate Small Business Month, we are doing a resource fair. It's free to attend. We're inviting like over 30 different business service providers. Letty's gonna be one of them. And so we're gonna have all these different business service providers come in. So we're gonna get you on too, so, yes. So then, if you're looking to find local accountants, bookkeepers, marketers, lenders, it's gonna be an event with that. We're gonna have also free classes during the day. So,
And I didn't
Thank
get through, oh, sorry, and I did not, just again to reemphasize, I did not get through everything, but the last slides talk about like digital marketing strategies, like local networking marketing strategies, and kind of like more impersonal things that you can do, and so that all is there. Just didn't, I made too much information, so.
we'll send the slides.
Yes.
I was gonna ask where the slide deck is.
Yes,
Yes.
we'll send it.
As long as you sign up on Eventbrite. If you didn't, then pass me your email.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.